Good morning, folks. It's 7:20 a.m., Tuesday, August 15th, 2017. As you can see by the numbers on my tablet with the big black kitty. Some people, I'm too serious. I'm not serious enough. Don't worry about that stuff, folks. Just get what you want out of it. So you can just listen to the audio. Anyway, I've got some pain this morning. Internal messing with me, so having some issues. And anyway, it's funny. I want to talk with some family members that are out there and other people that are waiting for something to happen they know is going to happen and how change comes. Also, I want to show you the equipment you can use to start catching our friends coming around, friends that are E.T.s. Those of us that are lucky enough to be out of body, we're here for a job and we do our job, but I got to get the hell out of here. I got stuff to do. And y'all that I'm talking to, you understand why. I've got to go to work. Anyway, damn. The time is coming up. It looks like I've done all the DNA work that I need to for the scientists. There might be another 2 or 3, but I believe it's done now. So they're not going to have their secondary DNA tests, until probably early next year. They want to wait this long. And they'll have what they need. Excuse me. I better not be here then. I say that as a warning to the other side. But what I am is still shutting down the body, so I need to get out of here so things can move forward. The book number 1, I finished the small amount of changes that I wanted to make to it, and it was one person had to be written out of the book. I mentioned the person's name a couple times. I had to take that out. I had a website in there I had to take out, change, and I had to add a small chapter. It's just a page, about a page, about the forest elves, the Sidhe, S-I-D-H-E is how you spell it. It's like, I think it's ancient Gaelic or something. Gaelic itself is ancient. Anyway, that's basically it. The second book, I'm going through it. In the first book, I was going through a lot of fighting, non-stop. Had the original first being male and female in my head. Doing stuff around me, and throwing stuff around the house, things taking off, shooting through the air. They're trying to scare me. I thought it was funny. Anyway, but in the second, when I wrote the second book, it was in book number 2, the Creation series. It was in 2015. I'm saying February for some reason. But anyway, I expected to be out of the body well before the end of, a good bit before the end of 2015. And I told you that no one controls you can't control your own destiny as far as when you die, unless you kill yourself, unless you commit suicide. Excuse me. and the other side has to do it. And the other side's been in total turmoil. 2015, I was getting rid of large parts of, Arae, Lilith. There's a little bit of her left. This Arae is just little teeny pieces of him that pop up from time to time. That becomes an issue. How much do I tell you? I don't know. I'll leave that alone there. Then there's Armelius and Lydia, the two spirit halves. That was the first part of clean source energy separated. That was supposed to pretty much run things on the other side, second dimension. Then Lilith and Armelius were supposed to, they'd be in the second dimension, but they'd be taking care of things here in the third dimension and beyond. Excuse me. So, sniffing like I'm cold and my body's hot, but I'll get cold here in a minute. Anyway, so there's certain things I'm going to do when I get out of here. There's no other way to say that. And it's not going to happen until I get out of here. Because I'm going to do it, so it's whatever. So because of that, I had to make a couple small changes in the book, but I'm going to, by the way they count pages with the publisher, it's like 412 pages or something. I think it's really 380, 390 something, I don't know. I guess it shouldn't matter. It doesn't matter to me how many pages, just that I put the information in there. So I have to go through it, every word, and make sure everything's up to snuff. Anyway, and then I've already started writing on the third book. I don't know how much that'll get done. There's a lot of stuff I got to do, and what I am outside of my body, what I am inside here, but stuff that's flowing outside, it's like it's dormant, but yet it's groggy, like trying to wake up, and it really can't. Well, I'm stuck here. It can a little bit, but can't really function. I need to be out of here, and then freeze it up, and then it becomes complete. Excuse me. So that's when you're going to see a lot more stuff happening. But that's also the part of my energy that's, killing this body. The DNA crank-up thing. There was only a few people I could crank up, and there was a reason they needed to be cranked up. This DNA crank-up is not, the hard one, the DNA ICUC, is not just going to be done to anybody who wants it. There are more people that are going to get cranked up, but it's not going to be happening until I get out of here. I was talking with Siobhan about it yesterday, trying to explain things. She's very strong. She's part of Lily, one of the earliest parts of Lily. And I explained to her that, this part of what they call the field is part of me. I don't control it. I'm in a body. I told you, all of us in body, we have extreme limits. I learned that immediately, almost immediately. Once you can finish waking up to the point where you can see and feel yourself more in other spirit, then you can understand a little more about who you are. It's a cool thing, it really is. So anyway, that I can't, none of us have the intelligence that is really ours while we're stuck in a body. There's a teeny piece of you that's put in there. The strongest part of you is put in your body, but it's a teeny little focal point. And then the rest of you is like, sleeping, snoring, whatever, knocked out. But part of me over there, it is coming out. The more me that it does come out, the more it does wake up. That's part of the reason why I've had so much of me pulled out of this body. It's to start the smooth transition of getting out of here. But you find out how smart you are. I can't tell you exactly what's going to happen until I'm out there actually physically doing it. I can't tell you what you're going to be doing in a year because we don't know yet. The other side's running things, and there's the folks that are nice that are good, which is most of them, are trying to do good stuff, and then there's other people who are buttheads trying to make something about them. But even the folks that are good, they're not organized, and they don't know what to do. They don't want to do something that's wrong. So it's that's why it's important for me to get out of here. Jay's making it about himself again. No, I'm not. Any of you that really know me, this is about me doing my job. This is about me doing my job, which is literally serving everything else. Creation's been screwed up from the beginning, and we're going to change that. And those people that want these lives of abuse and everything, they're not getting them. Those that want to keep abusing others, they're leaving. They're going to be deleted. Clean up, aisle 9. Okay, now let's get away from that. Trying to finish up the base of what I was saying. But anyway, so that's what was going on with the books. That's done. That's what's going on with this body leaving. It has to go this way. The DNA crank-ups, the field, literally, I would have to fight I've had to fight the field before to crank up someone I wanted to, and the field is part of me. I had to fight that part of myself to crank someone up. It was saying, no, you don't understand, no. Well, that's that's not glorified, that's magnified. It's like huge. It's a word that begins with G, I'm trying to get, whatever. But anyway, it's a huge difference. This DNA stuff literally changes the DNA of you, your kids. I can't see all that stuff. I'm stuck in a body like y'all are. So until I get home and I have control over that, it's being stopped. It was only allowed to happen a little bit here for these DNA tests with the scientists, basically. And just a few people. So that's what's going on with the DNA stuff. There's going to be other people doing it. It's just not until I get out of here. So anyway, and the scientists will show you the proof for the DNA change. With the people I've cranked up, and what they've run through their labs. These scientists, they have their proof, but they're also, whatever, they have a structure, their own little name, probably letters and numbers, for this new DNA. And it's not my name; it's just numbers, letters, whatever, some type of form. And then other people that have cranked up with the DNA stuff. Some of them will want to. They'll put in their DNA, and it'll match that. And then, of course, I'll be gone already. I'll be where I need to be, working for everyone. And then they'll see the same DNA. And the video is proof that I cranked them up. So then, those of you in my family that that are source, that can do this. Not all of you will be, but some of you will be. Depends on what's in your heart, and you'll just be told. I'll literally go ahead and tell you. Then you'll be cranking them up. You all get the attention, not me. I don't want it. I gotta go. The thing is, it can't be about anyone. It has to be about everyone. That's that's the biggest, strongest change. Other than removing the abuse, that's the biggest change in creation. Excuse me. All right, now let's get away from that. For people who want to capture ghosts, which are literally you when you're not in your body, when you're not in a body, okay. Also, our E.T. friends, when they come in and make physical bodies. You can catch that on camera sometimes, depending on how they're working inside their beams. People call it phasing. That's not a bad that's not a bad way to express it. I think it's a pretty good way. But understand, Their bodies aren't really phasing in and out. Excuse me. It's the energy that they're in is phasing in and out, taking the body with it. Okay? Remember when people beam from a ship to a store and then back or something to the ground and back again, an energy field goes around the body, and then that energy field takes everything within it, subdimensional, then shoots it out to a destination point, and then comes back into this full dimension. It leaves interdimensional. It goes through the barrier, okay? Believe it or not, there's lines in a barrier that actually help it travel. It's almost like a cable. Never told anyone that before. Some of what I know, I'm going to be telling others that are here helping others. Just go in their heads, tell them, so that y'all can get the more information. But, step at a time. Going from, if you hear voices that you need to be locked up, to where it already had been, where people have, been seeing quote-unquote psychics and getting psychic readings and card readings and stuff. People are already starting to wake up. But then you take the information I've given you, that's like, taking a step that's like 20 foot. That's a lot. Now, it is time for our friends to start making more personal appearances than they are. Paul Cherick, he's had them coming in and out of the house all over the place. I want to tell you about equipment to catch them. Okay? And these are the ones we use here. Okay? And they work just fine. Crap. I just realized this is so long, I can't get this to you until I fire up. And I got one more new computer. And I'm going to fire it up. And I just realized something I have to do with it. Okay. All right. Anyway, I've got to put the programming on the program, the edited video, movie editing program, whatever, and some other stuff. And I got a couple of them to put on there. But anyway, I'll put this together so you can hear it. I'll try to get that done before the end of the day. It's important for you folks to know this. Anyway, this camera, this is inexpensive. You want to get a tripod for each camera where you can put it out of the way, whether it's a small sturdy one or a large one, depending on if you're going to put it on a table. If they want to be seen, they're going to be seen. If they don't want to be seen, you'll never see them. Doesn't mean they're not there. Okay? Oh, they can't control that? Really? They came from another galaxy. Not across the ocean, across the universe. And you want to tell me what you know they can and can't do? Well, don't bother, okay? I love you, but don't bother. Don't waste our time, okay? This is camera. You can buy it on Amazon.com. It's a Sony, but it's been modified by a company called Osily, O-S-I-L-Y. And if you go to Amazon and look up ghost cameras or camcorders, ghost cameras, you'll see it on there. It's under $200. Okay? This has got the infrared on it. It's a small camera. It's not like my big Canons that I do the videos with, but it's a good camera. It'll work for this just fine. And you can put the battery in it and then run the battery charger cable to it, and then you can run it all night if you want. Okay? And it takes a maximum of a 64 gig SDXE card, little square card. Goes in these things, okay? And that's as much as you can put in there. That'll limit the amount of data you get. But the night vision on this thing is excellent. And folks, it's cheap. You can get better stuff. I'm giving you entry level stuff that works fine. Okay, I'm not telling anyone what to do, but a lot of you are doing this. Paul, I'm about to send you a camera. Been trying to get a hold of you a while to do that. Okay, I'm sending you one of these nice Canons that I have. But this is good for the night vision. Paul Cherick has had reptilian folks coming around the house all the time, making body and stuff, walking around, getting all the dogs excited. Paul's strong. He's powerful energy. He's aggressive himself when he needs to be. He's like, who gives a shit about something? He's laid back. He's like that for a reason. He's got a job, and it's not to be going out giving cranking people up, although I'm sure he will be when the time comes. He's strong as hell. But he's also strong with fortitude, the basic fiber of his energy. He sees a reptilian, he's going to go, hey, what's happening? He's not going to go, wah! See the lights kick on and off? That's the main reason why he's like that. A lot of people don't understand that. All of us learn more and more as time goes on. I understand things now I didn't understand. It was 8 years ago I picked up a stone and finally felt some energy. I said, what the hell was that? And I had to learn about it. What's this? What's that? I kept asking questions, driving people nuts. I looked at what I could on the internet, and I picked up one of those stone books and said, this does the celestial beings. I said, I'm learning. I'm starting to understand, but I immediately understand this is bullshit. It's crap. That's not what's going on. This helps you contact the angels. No, it doesn't. Angels won't talk to you. That's the difference between what I tell you and what other people tell you. They have their own little cookbook stuff. Okay, now when I say other people, I'm not including some old family members. Brigitte and Paul have been doing this for a long time, but Paul's not active in this. He's going to be not that active doing, crank-ups and stuff like that. He's going to be doing other stuff. Brigitte's, other than me, Brigitte's been doing it the longest. You have Siobhan, very strong. Raj is going to be coming out. He's in New Zealand. He's incredibly strong Arae energy. There's a lot more. I got to keep going. But these people will be cranking people up, and they'll be feeling it. But those of you that know I'm talking to you when it's in Michael, Dex, there's so many of you. These folks are coming in. They're hanging around. You can't see them, but you can't see them with your physical eyes. But they will literally be staying in these beams, these energy fields, where they can walk around. And you can't see them. They're interdimensional. So when you can feel them and know they're around, and then you're told in your head by spirit guides, get some equipment. That's what you want to get. That's one. Now the other one, I'm very much against animal abuse. This is the wrong one. Ah, damn it. Okay, be right back. Okay. Excuse me. This is made by Best Garder, Guarder, and this is what you're supposed to attach these to trees. I hate to say it. This is what hunters use, trying to lure the game in so they can kill it and feel like they have purpose in life. That's disgusting. Anyway, all this stuff's going to be changed. The way to change it is taking away the animals. And I tell you that's going to happen, and it's because I'm going to do it, okay? It's already going on. The other side's already doing that. It's just time for this crap to stop. Anyway, you have these things over here, okay? These little clips. Unclip it. Open it up. Then you have your settings. Just read the manual. Teach you how to use this thing. It's awesome. Okay, now the only thing about these, it's somewhat waterproof. It's got a neoprene seal, whatever that goes, or silicone, sorry. High-grade silicone seal that goes around it. It's got infrared light bulbs. This does not set off a whole lot of light and stuff everywhere when it's recording at night. It'll record during the day and at night. Now, let me show you one thing. It's got a card that goes in here. Okay, it goes right there. SDXE card. All it takes is a 32 gigabyte. That's not a lot. Okay. This does not come with a camera. This is the tripod attachment that allows me to put it on a tripod. Now, for the tripods that go on these that hang around just in case they get bumped, you know, they're visiting from another planet. They're incredibly intelligent. They're able to do a lot. They're still basically, quote unquote, human. They're people. Okay. Human Earth, human Andromedan, Palladian. Of course, Palladian is not just the regular Palladians we're aware of. The Anunnaki came out of the Pleiades galaxy. Their home world's still there. So anyway, they have a lot of places where they've been, but where they have established colonies. But that's their considered home world. Their home base of operations. Anyway, that's it's under $200. So by the time you buy the 2 cameras, the tripods, batteries, these take batteries, AA batteries, 8 of them. By the time you buy one of each, and get the cards and everything else, whatever, you've spent $300, $400, say $500. That's entry level, but it works. Okay, with tripods, you got to get a couple tripods. Okay, whatever. There's probably enough money in there. If you can set aside $750. You can buy all these inexpensive listening devices. There's one on Amazon.com. I don't have it here, but its sampling rate is so high, and it uses some software. Usually, the new Microsoft stuff plays it without too much of a problem. I think it uses Groove Music or something. Whatever. It's like a Mac software base, but you can run it on Microsoft if it's newer stuff. You just have to look at it. If there's any issue, you buy QuickTime for the PC. Anyway, that's the little recorders, voice recorders you can put everywhere. The cameras, the tripods. Tripods are like $44, $50 each. The cards, it depends on what you spend. So I'm sure you can probably get by with $600, $650 or something like that, but you don't want to go too cheap on those cards. You want good cards, okay? But $750, you'll take care of everything you could possibly want for 2 cameras. We have, right now, we have 5 cameras just for this. But one of them, the only thing I don't like about, that I'm not too happy with these cameras, there's a 0.6 seconds to 1 second delay after it senses something to where it actually turns on the video. That's too long. I wish the cards were more too, but that's okay. I wish, when I say the cards were more, I mean larger capacity. I wish you had at least a 64 gigabyte card in it. But anyway, like I said, it's all entry level, but it works. We have another one we bought, the 5th camera, that has a 0.2 second delay. It records immediately, and that's awesome, but the problem is it's not catching recordings. They're having some issues with it, so we're sending it back. So anyway, those of you that know this is going on and you're involved in this stuff, they want to be seen. Remember, I'm the one that's busting through the forest, opening all this stuff up, and I'm putting down a highway, but y'all are going to build everything from there. We do this together, all of us. We're all family. We don't have to like each other. We don't have to talk to each other, but we're family. And we come from the source that's out here in body running around. It comes from heart. Some of y'all have had some rough lives, and some of them have really gotten arrogant over the years. But and some of the source that's been in bodies actually isn't even source anymore. So, but anyway, that's that. In another couple of days, I should have all my computers back. I don't want to. I don't want to buy another computer. I've got tons of computers. There's a very strong one I can get for $2,000. It's a desktop. I have to make sure Deanna has everything she needs, but I'm not trying to just spend money. And this stuff, all the stones and everything we buy, you know, it's a good thing we have the shop in the back. It's about to finish being cleaned out and become a huge warehouse. We're redoing this house. It's going to be the way Deanna wants it. Anyway. That's basically what I wanted to get out. They want to be seen. It'll be up to them when they want to show themselves and how much. As soon as you set the equipment up, it's going to be getting do some weird stuff on and off. You might miss a frame and everything. That's them looking at the camera, testing the camera themselves to make sure they can control it properly. They're people too. Remember that. They look different, but so what? We look different to them. And the result? Difference in physical appearances. Whoopie-doo. When you see people talking about this stuff and they want to make a big deal of it, and you see them smile like this, they're trying to glorify themselves. Get away from that, man. You can do so much. If you had enough faith and trust in yourself like I have in you, you just sit back and relax, or at least work on it. Find some way to calm down more. Sometimes if you exercise before you do, your body's laid back. When you eat, your body gets laid back. Sometimes you go to relax and you literally fall asleep. You know what that is? That's pretty strong relaxation. Just let it happen. Just keep going. When you go to relax and your body falls asleep, okay, because you are trying to relax, you are relaxing. And beyond other stuff, that means you're pretty much setting yourself into a situation where you can put your brain waves, your frequencies in your brain where they need to be alive, to be awakened, to be aware, to be enlightened. It's all the same thing. It's called being you. So, when I woke up, I was dealing with original first being male and female, what everyone's been running around, including me when I was a kid, calling God, okay? So, and I realized my power level's different, but so what? Look what I was dealing with. I understand what it's like to go through this. And I know you. I know all of you. And you can all do this. Every one of you can do this. Every single one of you can do this. The hardest thing is to learn how to relax, because your lives have been made not to relax. But it's all changing. I say you rock because you do. I say I love you because I do. Folks, it's simple. It really is. But not until you get there. It's just try to relax. And just relax as much as you can. Huh? We have a couple different types of hawk that have come in here, and I think 3 families of falcon just came over here towards the property. They're in a couple of big trees I have in the back, and one across the street. A lot of different animals out here. Deanna has a wild animal friend. I'm not going to tell you what kind, to protect the animal from some fucked up laws that they have here in Georgia. We have them everywhere in creation, let alone just on this planet, just in this country, just in this state. And this animal comes up and eats at the feeder right next to Deanna, and Deanna talks with it, and they just kind of, it looks and sits, and it's calm with Deanna there. No telling. Deanna might talk to it or something later. I mean, be able to pet it or something later. I don't know. You got to watch your hands around wild animals, okay? Don't just reach out, because until they know better, until they feel better, that's an attack. So on these tripods, when you get them to put these other cameras up, folks, use strong ones. You can get a strong, stiff one. Can't say the name of it. Let's see. Excuse me. Ultimax. Is it Ultimax with the X? Looks like 2 X's in one or something. I don't know. But that's a strong camera. Yeah, just look at it. Make sure it's thick. The legs are thick going down. But there's one I just got off Amazon.com for $43.99. I don't know if there's any, I get free shipping because I buy so much there, but that doesn't include tax or shipping. They want to be seen. Y'all are the teachers. Y'all are the ones bringing this stuff to happen. Okay, I'm starting it. I'm setting it up so it can happen, and I'm gone. This ain't about me. It's about everyone. So everyone's going to get involved that wants to wake up. All right, folks. Love you, man. Take care and have a kick-ass day.